I've always been fascinated by the Bermuda Triangle. It's one of those places that's gained quite the reputation throughout the years. But today, we're not going to be talking about planes or ships disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle. Today, we're going to talk about what may have happened to a hiker in the woods of Northern California in 2017. On August 11, 2017, a 36-year-old man named Israel Valencia left his home in Colusa County, California, around 7:30 a.m. He told his family he was going to go for a hike in the Mendocino National Forest. And after a few hours, they heard from him again when he sent them a text message saying he had arrived at his destination. His family didn't hear from him for the rest of the day. So, around 8 p.m., they contacted the police to file a missing persons report. They were getting worried because he never called them to say he was coming home. That was just not like him to do, and he certainly didn't have the means to stay out overnight. Israel's family went to the forest to start looking for him. They were hoping they'd find him before nightfall. Unfortunately, after an extensive search, there was no sign of him anywhere. This is where things start to get a bit strange. You see, Israel wasn't just your average Joe. He was a retired major from the United States Army. He suffered from PTSD and many other health issues due to his service in Iraq. He also had experience in survival training and outdoor activities. So it was very unlikely for him to get lost in the woods or to pass away from the elements. All this led his family to believe something else was at play here. Over the next 3 days, the search continued, but turned up nothing. On August 14, 2017, the Colusa County Sheriff's Department released a statement to the public asking for help in locating missing person Israel Valencia. In the statement, they described Valencia as being a Hispanic male adult, approximately 5 foot 9 inches in height, 160 pounds, balding on top with brown hair on the sides. He was last seen wearing a blue and white striped shirt, gray sweater, blue jeans, and brown hiking boots. If found, please contact the Sheriff's Department immediately. As the days passed, hope began to dwindle. It was very unlikely that he would be found alive at this point. And sadly, on September 1, 2017, his car was discovered abandoned near the Trinity Alps Wilderness area, which is located in Northern California's Trinity Alps, a remote region known for its rugged terrain and dense forests. This discovery suggested that Valencia might have come to some harm while exploring the vast and challenging wilderness. Despite extensive search efforts, including the deployment of helicopters and bloodhounds, no trace of Valencia was found. The lack of any significant leads left law enforcement officials baffled, forcing them to confront the unsettling possibility that he may have vanished without a trace. The case remained dormant for nearly 2 years, until renewed interest surfaced in May 2019 when footage of Israel's final known location was released by the authorities. The video, captured from a surveillance camera at the Bureau of Land Management office in Susanville, Lassen County, California, shows Valencia's truck arriving at around 7:30 a.m. on August 11, 2017. What makes this footage particularly intriguing is that it was taken at the same time that another vehicle was captured on camera leaving the BLM parking lot. This mysterious second vehicle, a white pickup truck, has been the subject of much speculation, leading many to wonder about its connection to Valencia's disappearance. Could it have been involved in his vanishing act, or does it hold some other significance in this perplexing case? Throughout the years, various theories have emerged regarding Valencia's disappearance. Some believe that he may have wandered off the trail and become lost in the dense undergrowth, succumbing to the harsh terrain and elements. Others speculate that foul play may have been a factor in his untimely demise. However, these theories fail to account for the peculiar circumstances surrounding his disappearance, leaving many unanswered questions. One compelling theory suggests that Valencia may have fallen victim to a rare phenomenon known as temporal lobe epilepsy, TLE. This neurological condition can cause individuals to experience seizures that trigger hallucinations, delusions, and altered states of consciousness. It is possible that Valencia, already suffering from PTSD, may have experienced a seizure while hiking, leading him to wander off trail and become disoriented. However, this theory is speculative and there is no concrete evidence to support it. Another, more sinister theory suggests that Valencia may have been the victim of foul play. It is conceivable that he may have been abducted by an unknown assailant while hiking alone in the remote wilderness. However, there is no evidence of a struggle or any signs of his abductors. So, what exactly is going on out there in the woods of Northern California? What could have happened to this veteran who simply went out for a hike? Well, that's where you come in. I want to hear your thoughts on this case. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Who do you think is responsible for his death? Is this the work of a human or something more sinister? Maybe even an extraterrestrial? A new lead in the case came in April of 2023 when someone contacted the Callista County Sheriff's Department. They claimed that they had information regarding the disappearance of Mr. Valencia. According to the caller, he was hiking with a friend when suddenly he collapsed from a medical issue. His hiking partner then left him there and returned to his vehicle. The caller suggested that this information was never previously shared with law enforcement to protect the privacy of the hiking partner. In response to this new information, the Callista County Sheriff's Department launched an immediate investigation, dispatching personnel to conduct a thorough search of the area where Valencia was believed to have disappeared. Despite their best efforts, however, no remains or personal belongings belonging to Mr. Valencia were recovered during the search. Nevertheless, investigators remain hopeful that the new lead may provide some answers in the long-running mystery. This development comes as a glimmer of hope in an otherwise frustrating investigation that has yielded few tangible results over the years. As law enforcement officials continue to follow up on this promising lead, they are eager to bring closure to the Valencia family who have endured years of uncertainty and grief. There's so much we don't know about this case. Where was this mysterious hiking partner all these years? Why did he wait so long to come forward? Is this man really dead? And if so, why hasn't his body been found? There's just so many questions and not enough answers. The Mendocino National Forest, where Valencia went missing, is a vast and remote area that extends over 900,000 acres of land. Despite extensive search efforts, no trace of Valencia has ever been found. This has led to speculation that he may have fallen victim to a more sinister force. Some believe that Valencia may have been the victim of foul play, while others believe that he may have encountered something more sinister. It is important to note that while these theories may seem far-fetched, they have not been ruled out by law enforcement officials. In a remote region of Northern California, the Mendocino National Forest is a place where the boundaries between the real and the supernatural seem to blur. With its dense undergrowth and towering trees, it is a place where the imagination can run wild. Those who venture into its depths often return with stories of strange and unexplainable phenomena. Some say they have heard the sound of disembodied voices echoing through the trees, while others claim to have seen apparitions that vanish into the mist. Whether these stories are true or simply the product of overactive imaginations, they only add to the mystique of this already enigmatic forest. The disappearance of Israel Valencia serves as a reminder of the power of the unknown. In a world where logic and reason often fail us, we are left to grapple with the possibility that there are forces beyond our understanding that shape our reality. Some say that Valencia was simply a victim of circumstance, a man in the wrong place at the wrong time. Others believe that he was taken by something more sinister, a force that defies explanation. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between, a tragic tale of human error and the unforgiving wilderness. But one thing is certain: the disappearance of Israel Valencia will continue to haunt the Mendocino National Forest for years to come. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next time.